Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback and today we're going to be playing some Garrosh. This is a Diamond Storm League game, so it should be a little bit more contained than the normal bunch of stuff. But we'll talk about updated Garrosh talents, the new build, and, well, not really the new build. There is a new build that I'll be using, but I don't think it's going to replace the old build. Team comps today are Li Ming, Gazlo, Garrosh, Anna, and Jarell versus Kael'thas, Anubarak, Zagara, Artanis, and Malfurion. Now, I'm not going to tell you why I have a Gazlo in my game, because I have no fucking idea. I also don't really understand why we took Jarell while we have Gazlo, but at the same time, I'm not super upset about anything going on. We're just going to have to try to make it work. Draft went the way that I thought it was going to, and now, looking at their draft, I think that I can get away with building Decimate for Garrosh and using his auto attack build to do some actual damage. Gazlo gonna die trying to get that fountain. Really, really hot stuff. Nobody soaking bottom, so I'm forced to do it. But Garrosh got some late game changes. I believe that body check also got a change. I think body check got a buff on the slow. I could be wrong. You know what? Let's open up patch notes here so I can know what I am talking about. Basically, the playstyle is going to change drastically for Garrosh in this instance because he is not going to be taking Friendly Throw. He is not going to be taking Indomitable either. So a lot of the stuff that you do at the front end of the game is going to be much different. Now, so one of the bigger changes about Garrosh is that they set up his W, Bloodthirst, to actually heal at the start of the abilities cast rather than the end. And I know that probably sounds strange because the ability is such a short... Wow, he got me. Such a short cooldown, or such a short animation, distance, whatever. But having it heal at the beginning is obviously much better than having it heal at the end. It's still like a split second of time, but all that time matters. Sometimes, you know? So that's good. I mean, that's a good change. Having the healing right away is always going to be more important. Body check did get changed. They reduced the cooldown to 15 seconds, and the slow duration went up to 3 seconds. Now, that was the only early game change that Garrosh got, trying to make body check more competitive against the questing talent at level 1, which is the go-to. It's the standard. I also like Unrivaled Strength at level 1. It does give Garrosh some wave clear, even though you don't want to do that a lot. You're not going to swap me. You're going to get slept. Oh, okay, here we go. And we're going to get the kill, right? Thank God. He took forever to die, but we're going to do it. Between the healer and the tank, we had enough damage to take down a single bruiser. So what I was mentioning earlier about the enemy team, the damage that they do is all very slow, with the exception of Kael'thas. So, what we're going to end up doing as the game goes on is picking up talents that are going to reduce that damage even further, and being that none of them have a whole lot of mobility, Decimate is actually going to come in super handy in keeping a lot of them contained in the space that I want them to be. So my Jarell can jump in and give him some slaps with the hammer like she just did, or my Gazlo can land his, stun a little bit easier, and my Li Ming should just be able to set up shots like nobody's fucking business. Nobody's soaking bottom again, but we did get the Zagara kill, and it looks like Gazlo's doing... I don't even know what Gazlo's doing. I honestly have no idea. Oh, he's just killing fountains. I see. He's not even going to hit that one. No. I hate this. Anyway. Back to the topic at hand. At level 16, the changes that they gave to Garrosh were all the changes that they gave him at 16 and 20 were geared to giving him a more impactful feeling. I cannot believe he didn't go the full distance, and I have no idea why. What was I saying? Oh, right. The devs wanted to give Garrosh a more impactful feeling late game. So what they did at level 16, they removed rough landing, which was an increased slow on your Q. And what they did to replace that was give him this new seasoned soldier talent. So we're going to get 5% max health, we're going to increase Groundbreaker slow duration by 1 second, and we're going to get an additional charge of our Bloodthirst, which is our heal, which is super important for this build. But all of that being said, the multiple bonuses that you get from Seasoned Soldier are going to be very, 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 very good for Garrosh in this specific situation. In games that you can take this build as going to be your go-to, and it's going to keep you alive through so much shit. It's insane. They also, well, I guess, they just made Mortal Combo an E talent. I think it used to be a Q talent, but now it's correctly showing as an E talent, which is great. Earthshaker. I don't know why it's got the friendly toss icon there. Maybe they just didn't want to recolor it. Interesting. At 20, what they did with the talents, Death Wish got a 0.5 second increase to Warlord's Challenge. I don't know if that's necessarily going to make it any better, because it's still completely reliant on your team killing the person that you've got taunted, and it only being a single person, because we know how the brains of teammates work when it comes to focusing targets and storming. Right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Gazlo and I are up here on the front. Li-Ming has got the nano boost, and now I'm trying to hunt down this Malfurion. I've got 3 people on me right now, and it just isn't going to matter because that Malfurion is going to die to decimate. Yes. That's called value right at level 10, and you're welcome. The other things that they've done to level 20 talents, Deadly Calm for Decimate is, instead of reducing damage by 25%, is going to reduce damage by 40% now, which is fucking insane, given the amount of times that you can hit people with your Decimate, the 3 charges that it's got, and the huge AoE that it's in. So you're almost halving damage for multiple people when you hit them with this ability. The talent itself, let's see, it's 3 seconds. So 3 seconds at almost half of your damage reduction on the enemy team is just, it's nasty. It's pretty fucking nasty. Inner Rage, they changed some of the functionality on this ability. So Inner Rage was the secondary charge of your body check. It's still going to give you the body check. It's not going to reduce the cooldown faster now, but it is going to reduce healing from the target that you hit by 75%. It used to be 35%, and they upped it through the fucking stratosphere, so anybody you hit is like only 25% off of an Ana grenade, you know? Oh, she walked forward, now she's gonna die. Don't walk forward, especially when you've got Hammer Goat and Chair Guy on the enemy team. I mean, what? It's okay, we'll get the boss. Yes, I want to get the boss. Ugh. Yeah. But anyway, that's it for the changes that Garrosh got. So the build itself, I'll go over with you now. It's going to start body check. We're going to take Thirst for Battle. Now, I don't necessarily know that this talent tier is set in stone. You could still probably take Indomitable. The only reason I took Thirst for Battle is just because I was going to be trying to auto-attack a lot. At level 7, you'll be taking Oppressor. Oppressor is going to reduce the spell power by 40% for 2.5 seconds every time you basic attack someone. So if we can thwap Kael'thas with an auto attack or 2, he's going to be doing 40% reduced damage, and then at level 20, he's going to be doing 40% more reduced damage on top of that. So, I think this is pretty fucking hot shit right here. You do have to give up friendly toss for it, so, I mean, you make the decision on your own. Intimidation seems good on paper, but just compared to the other two, I don't think it's ever going to be pickable, you know? Spell power is just everybody. Always going to need to reduce spell power in some situation. Or you're always going to need to save a person or, you know, throw a person in. Intimidation is got very, very, like, laser-pointed niche situations. I'm not with my team. They all wanted to go to the top shrine for some reason. I'm going to have to run up there right now and hope to God that... Ooh, she dodged that tornado. Nice. Good stuff. Anyway, obviously we took Decimate at 10. Blood Craze is what I picked up at 13 because it synergizes so well with our level 16 and our level 4 talent. 16 was Seasoned Soldier, and then at 20 we're going to pick up Deadly Calm. Now, the build itself, it does require some adjusted play to... Oh, I'm going to get slapped by the broccoli. I made it! Kill off this fucking Nidus Worm so Zag can't come up here whenever she wants to. I know that they're here. I want to get them off the camp, but they got it finished just a little bit too soon. I'm not going to die to that Pyroblast. No way in hell. I think your Rel also has some damage reduction, right? No. Why didn't that do anything to me? Is it Ana? No, Ana didn't take any spell power reduction. It couldn't have just been my armor. I guess it was. That's so weird. I thought Pyroblast was going to do a lot more damage, but I guess the armor that I had at that low health was plenty to just let me shrug it off. That's insane. That's insane. Pyroblast was one of the few things that I was worried about, you know, taking damage at low health from, so that's neat. Anyway, yeah, so typically when you're playing with Garrosh, you're going to be, you know, trying to find those big flanks, looking for positions that you can throw people into your team without eating a shitload of, you know, poke damage or just losing your entire health bar right off the bat, right? So the good news about their team is that they don't do a whole lot of poke damage outside of Kael'thas. Kael'thas, I mean, he can put abilities on me, but he also has to deal with my Hammer Goat, and if he's not stopping me specifically from walking at them, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to walk up, I'm going to auto-attack people, cut their damage to shreds. I wonder if I auto-attacked him. I think I'm going to go back and check that out. No, I'm not going to do it right now. Maybe at the end of the video we'll check it out. Because that Pyroblast is still, like, suspicious to me. Anyway. With their team comp, with the speed at which they do damage, I can basically just walk directly through their front line, because all an Ubrak can do is CC me. He's not going to do any damage. Zagara is going to do very, very slow damage, because she did not take percentage damage at 16. She took Mutalisk for some reason. And Artanis, he did take Titan Killer, so Artanis can technically do some damage to me, but Triple Strike, increasing the cooldown on his W, and he's probably going to try going for people like Gazlowe or Ming, or just ignoring me in general, which is not what you want to do. Especially when we go in for the big flanks like this. Here we go. Kael'thas running in the wrong direction, trying to get away, going to get decimated and popped up with his teammates. Now they're all going to die because I have the Leeming of Mings. Alright, walk that living bomb away, and now we've got this camp just pushing We got actually 2? No, it's just one. It's rather split up. No, I don't think what you're doing is correct. You need to stop pushing on the top keep because we can end the game with the boss. Just going to pick up the globe real quick, make sure I have enough health because my team is taking their sweet ass time getting down here. This is called a win condition. If your team is ignoring it to get a non-win condition, they're doing it wrong. Getting the top keep and waiting for another set of temples is just going to delay the game longer, and it is going to force your team to give the enemy team more opportunities to come back. Boss is going to march directly down this lane onto the core, and everyone on our team should be clearing the lane here and then killing the core. Should be a 5-man core push. We can get Giants 2, whatever, that's going to help the push. But the wave, those 3 catapults, and the boss all need to be on the core with 5-man support from our team. This is how you win the game. This is how you be decisive. And when your team is trying very hard to ignore your calls, then sometimes you just gotta rip it and hope it works. So here we go. Gazlo is the only one not on the point with us for some reason. Luckily, Ming's got a shitload of siege damage with her mirror ball, and she's got the nano boost on top of everything else. Boss is punching the living shit out of the core, so there's really nothing for us to worry about here. Even if we're ourselves not doing a whole lot of siege damage, there is plenty of stuff geared up to take the win for us. So there you have it. That's how you win games. You make decisions. Oh, Blast Monkey. Yeah, you did a pretty good job there, buddy. And I appreciate you not building Orb on that character. I really do. This is the correct build, the BDW. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Anyway, the build again, if you need it, Body Check, Thirst for Battle, Oppressor, Decimate, Blood Craze, Seasoned Soldier, and Deadly Calm. This is going to work in this situation purely because the amount of damage that the enemy team is doing to me as I am walking at them is not enough to kill me, so I can get plenty of healing back, I can reduce plenty of damage, and I can auto-attack them to my heart's content. Typically, if you're playing into a comp with a lot of CC, or you're playing into a comp that has a lot of burst damage or percentage damage, you're not going to want to build this because it's going to be infinitely more difficult to play, and you would just go with the standard Garrosh build from there. So, all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave the comments in the comment box if you have one. Like, subscribe, whatever you want to do, and I'll be back tomorrow with some more stuff, updates, things, teachings, whatever we do here. I still haven't figured it out after like 4 years of doing this shit. So, okay, bye.